Welcome back. Welcome back. You man Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show on fire-tv.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. So today was the day that I am sure many supporters of Marilyn Mosby are glad is behind them. Today, the former state's attorney, former Baltimore City state's attorney, was sentenced, and she will not serve time in prison on these charges of perjury, mortgage fraud. These it's often used the terminology trumped up charges, but these charges were they were not on par with things, and the judge ruled today that she will not serve jail time. So I'm happy to hear that. I know that she's happy about that as well. So she instead sentenced to supervised release of probation, as they call it, as well as 12 months of home confinement. And that is a victory in itself. Now, of course, she's going to appeal the ruling. Her attorneys are going to appeal that, and they're not accepting that, right? She's happy not to go to jail, happy not to spend any time behind bars, but she's trying to get this appeal. So supporters gathered outside of the courthouse, along with family and friends, all that good stuff. The judge did rule that she will have to forfeit her Florida condo and 90% of the proceeds. She decided on 90% because Mosby put 10% down to secure the mortgage. So it is still a loss for her with regards to that. That is her only really source of income right now. And here's the thing. This was her money. Now, however you split it, however you turn it, however you structure it, however you want to twist it up, these were not public monies. These were not public monies. No one was hurt from this. No one was injured. This is it's one of those things that I don't think that they should have. I'm looking in the comment section here on Instagram, and they're saying that they don't think that they should have taken her property, though. I agree. Yeah, it's her money, right? And we're here at this point. They try to discredit Marilyn Mosby. They try to take away her stuff. They try to do all of that, and at the end of the day, this is her money. So just imagine your money, right? You put your money away for years and years, and you dip into it, and they try to act like you did something wrong. So I mean, naysayers try to say all kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, this is her money. The people were not defrauded, right? You know what I mean? And the prosecutors, they were in their feelings, right? They had what is commonly referred to as their panties in a bunch. Oh, they were so upset. They were trying everything. They wanted, and they even said it. I said this many times, but the prosecutors actually said that they need to set an example. They wanted to make an example out of former District Attorney Marilyn Mosby. Former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby. They wanted to make an example out of her. Did not go the way that they wanted. Did not go the way they wanted. Right. On Instagram, they're saying that they acted like she killed somebody. Right. They acted like she did that. Right. Let's keep this. Let's keep focus on what it is. Her money. All of this hoopla Her money. They had 40 years on the table for her money. Her money, right? Crazy. So I'm glad that Marilyn Mosby got this. I'm going to call it a victory because she's not in jail. She's still going to be able to be home with her children and her family and all that good stuff. So I'm happy that it went the way that it went. But imagine trying to give somebody 40 years for attempting to take out their own money, right? I can see she took taxpayers' monies, but no. So her supporters, of course, cheered the judge's decision, and the judge, decided to spare Mosby's time behind bars. So I am glad to hear that. Mosby said that I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for the fight. A very emotional Mosby told supporters. Thank you for the federal public defender team who so eloquently advocated on my behalf. I swear God sent angels into my life, Marilyn Mosby said today in Greenbelt. And it is it's not the end, obviously, because there's going to be an appeal here. Mosby and her public defender said that she will go to the appellate courts over both of these verdicts. She has really pushed nationally in the last few weeks for a presidential pardon. She's maintained her innocence despite her convictions. A lot of people didn't see it going this way. So that pardon is still possible. That pardon is still being desired. Justice for MarilynMosby.com. Go there, sign the petition if you have not already done so. Oh, and there's a lot of people mad. A lot of people mad. I saw a lot of people mad. A lot of these white people are like, what in the world? Are you serious? No jail? Right? A lot of black people like, what? We thought Massa did it. Yeah, a lot of people mad. A lot of people mad and in their feelings. But Marilyn Mosby has handled this with class, with style, with grace. Lot better than Donald Trump hands his his conviction, right? And he ain't no jail time, right? A lot better she handled this whole ordeal. She handled this ordeal a lot better than Donald Trump has handled his many indictments. And he's got a lot of practice, and he is royally embarrassed, his complete family name with some of the stuff he said. We're going to talk about him a little bit later. But there were a lot of supporters. Judge said that this was a sad and difficult day. As I said, Mosby faced a possible sentence of up to 40 years behind bars. You get more time, that's more time than you get on murder charge. Literally. Prosecutors were recommending 20 months, saying that Mosby committed perjury and she testified when she testified at her last trial. Oh yeah, they tried everything. But this public defender got no jail time for his client. And Marilyn Mosby first indicted January of 2022 and pushed for 2 separate trials. The first trial found her guilty of perjury for lying to make withdrawals from her retirement account. And the second jury found that she committed mortgage fraud for lying on documents about a $5,000 gift from her then husband, Nick Mosby. And he said that he gave her to close on the mortgage for the Florida vacation home. Of course, Mosby has had high-profile support from St. Louis prosecutor Kim Gardner, as well as civil rights attorney Ben Crump. They were there. Government thought they were going to get that 20 month. They thought that they were going to get that 20-month sentence, but it did not go that way. Thankfully, federal prosecutors repeatedly told the judge that Mosby lied and tried to undermine the justice system. Oh, they tried everything. Do you know how many lies? We're going to talk about a lie that Donald Trump told on President Biden and the FBI and all that kind of stuff. Now y'all want to talk about lies? And she wasn't even lying. Okay, this is her money. This is her money. Those watching these proceedings, the tables have definitely turned. Mosby's attorneys have asked for a stay on the sale of her Florida property. The Biden administration has not issued a formal response to her request for the pardon. Mosby will also have to perform 100 hours of community service. The twice elected Baltimore top prosecutor made headlines nationally, if you remember, for the ultimately unsuccessful prosecution of officers after the death of Freddie Gray. The story is obviously not over. There is going to be more to come from Marilyn Mosby, more to come with regards to this story. So we're going to continue to follow that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, of course, on fire-tv.com. And do you think that they got this right? Should she have been charged at all? What are your thoughts on this? I'll be anxious to hear that. And we're going to continue to follow this story as details continue to present themselves. Take a quick break. I'm going to come back. And I want to talk about Cardi B. I like Cardi B. I definitely need to talk about Cardi B and why I think that celebrities such as herself slamming voting and trying to discourage folks from voting is a problem. All right, it's a problem. Let's do this. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
Visit OnFireTV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.
All right, welcome back. Cardi B is someone who obviously she's a rapper, she's an entertainer. I like Cardi B. I think that she is there's an honesty about her that I like. Right? She kind of puts it out there. It is what it is. I do like that. But Cardi B is somebody that a lot of her fans follow. Most of them are going to be young people. And with her talking so reckless about voting, about politics and things that she knows nothing about. Now, the problem that I have with it is that she's said that people got betrayed. Says that she's not voting in the election. She's mad at Trump. She's mad at Biden, right? And folks, young people that watch her, they may adopt this foolish mindset and, unintentionally help Trump. We don't need folks to stay home. I don't even care who you vote for. You don't need to stay home. All right, we can see what's happening with the Supreme Court, what happened with abortion rights. We can see that voting is important. If voting did not matter, they would not be making it so hard for folks to vote. They would not be talking all the things that they talk if it wasn't important. It's super important. Super important. So the rapper Cardi B, who had thrown her support behind Joe Biden in the 2020 general election, said that she now feels layers and layers of disappointment under his administration. Oh, I saw something that someone posted in the comment section of this. We posted this on the Diamond K Show on Instagram, and they said you need to forgive Joe Biden like you keep forgiving your husband. Right? She's got forgiveness in her. Cardi B has forgiveness in her, right? Is Joe Biden perfect? Definitely not. But between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. If Hillary Clinton became president in 2016, ladies, you would still have abortion rights. So don't tell me that voting doesn't matter. Don't tell me that they're both the same sides of a different coin. Don't tell me that it doesn't matter in your life who wins, because it does. There is a clear difference, and folks don't see it yet. Folks don't see it yet. But Donald Trump putting the justices on the Supreme Court that he has is going to affect people's lives. Y'all don't see, if you don't see it now, you're going to see it. Mark my words. I'm telling you. So in this interview with Rolling Stone, which was published today, Cardi B says that she felt layers and layers of disappointment under the Biden administration, is upset about the United States' destructive role in foreign affairs. If you think that America is destructive in foreign affairs under Joe Biden, have you heard about the stuff that Trump says? Have you heard? No, because sometimes Democrats are so unrealistic with their thinking, and they just in this little box, and they don't understand. Let's take a 360 view of this. Let's pull back a little bit and look at the whole picture. No, they don't look at the whole picture. They got mad at Hillary about some hot sauce, and now you don't have abortion rights. It's just a focus on dumb stuff. Now, here's my thing. Has Joe Biden done all the things I wanted him to do? Definitely not. But if you think you can just sit back, sit on your butt, and just say, oh, he's going to do the right thing without putting any pressure, you're wrong. You're wrong. So yes, they make these, proclamations. They make these promises, whatever, politicians. And then people just sit back and say, they didn't do what they said they're going to do. You got to make them do what they say they're going to do. If somebody say they're going to give you $20, right? You just sit back and wait for them to give you the $20. Sometimes they'll give you the $20. Sometimes you got to say, hey, yo, remember you said I could hold that $20? You know what I mean? You have to, people don't re-engage politicians after they get elected and then sit back and say, why they ain't do nothing? They do what they say they was going to do. Yeah, no, you have to re-engage these people. It takes effort on both parts. We have got to put pressure on the people, on the politicians. We got to put pressure on the mayor. You got to put pressure on the governor. You got to put pressure on your senators, on your representatives, and you got to put pressure on the president. If you sit back on your butt and don't put pressure and then say you don't get what you wanted, whose fault is that? But somebody like Cardi B doesn't have the you know what I mean? She's pretty though, but she doesn't have all of the of it figured out. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't speak publicly about these thoughts, but work through it, right? But she definitely she's talking crazy, and she ain't the only one. But understand this: Democrats have got to stand up and be a little bit more assertive and on a college campus, all that's cool, right? You're letting your voice be heard. No problem with that. But do not think for a minute, do not be fooled into thinking that Donald Trump is going to support your vision of liberating Gaza. Are you kidding me? You think Donald Trump is going to support the fair treatment of innocent women and children in Gaza? You have got to be kidding if you think that. No, you got to be stupid if you think that. Donald Trump doesn't care about Gaza and all of these college students that are angry with Joe Biden. Do you think if you're angry with Joe Biden, I can't even begin to imagine how you would feel about Donald Trump and how he would handle this particular conflict in Israel that has folks so enamored here in America. Very interesting. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, all social media at The Diamond K Show. If you think that, or you agree with Cardi B and you shouldn't be voting now, and you know, everybody's mad, so you're just going to stay home and take your ball and stay home, and you think that is the answer, I want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear from you if that is what you think. Of course, subscribe on youtube.com/djdiamondk. Any booking info, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Of course, you can support the Diamond K Show and On Fire TV via paypal.me/radio on fire. And of course, on Cash App, I am $the Diamond K Show. You can become a member today on fire-tv.com/join. And I'm talking about the importance of voting. I'm talking about not staying home like Cardi B wants you to do. And I'm gonna give you some more reasons about that right after this. We'll be back in 10 seconds. Okay, welcome back. You made Diamond K in here, the Diamond K Show on Fire TV. So we're talking about voting, and y'all guys, some of y'all guys, not everybody's guy, but Donald Trump is out here as normal, talking reckless, talking crazy, and a lot of the things that he say out his mouth are dangerous. He has become such a lying machine that people don't even blink when he says his lies. Right now, they don't even blink. They keeps coming out. He falsely claimed. Now, I don't know if any of you have had the misfortune of having the FBI do a search of your house, right? But they have these documents that go with it. It kind of staple a whole bunch of stuff together, and it gives you the rundown of things. It's like the terms and conditions, right? It's like that. Now, Trump has falsely said that Joe Biden was locked and loaded and ready to take him out in the Mar-a-Lago search, right? This is very dangerous rhetoric. Very dangerous rhetoric. And the thing about it is that we talk about the lies. I don't know if y'all remember or not, but Donald Trump said that he was so rich and he was the best person for the jobs back in 2016 because he had his own money and he did not need to ask folks for money because he had his own money to run his campaigns. And of course, he has done nothing but come with hat in hand to his supporters, even though he has so much money, right? He has all this money. There is a statement that allows deadly force only when necessary, such as when someone poses an imminent danger or death or serious physical injury to the officers or another person when they are serving the search warrant. So they have these words on there. So in this campaign email, Trump claims at various turns that either Biden or the Justice Department were authorized to shoot Trump. Various links encourage readers to donate anywhere from $20.24 to more than $3,000 to his campaign because Joe Biden was trying to take him out during the FBI search. Now, despite these lies, Donald Trump was not home when the FBI conducted its search back in 2022, August 8th, 2022. They set it up purposefully when he was not home, so there was not going to be any, contact with him. But he still claims that Biden is trying to take him out. And he's just doing this to try to raise money from folks who claim that he's so rich, but he's not spending his own money. That's neither here nor there. Now, one of the only diversions from standard FBI protocol was that officers were wearing polo shirts and khakis while conducting this FBI search in order to draw less attention while they were on site at the club. They didn't come through. They looked different when they was at Diddy's house, right? Trump is a crying child. He's a senior child. Crying, it's not fair. Melania won't play with me. I mean, come on. Now, it's just, and this is who y'all want? Like, this is the guy? The FBI said that it followed standard protocol in the search, as we do for all search warrants, which includes a standard policy statement limiting the use of deadly force. This is the kind of stuff that, it's so maddening. Donald Trump calls Joe Biden Sleepy Joe, but Donald Trump's the one falling asleep in court while he is on trial. If that was the black man, but that's neither here nor there. You talk about disrespect. I heard some idiot loser here in Baltimore on AM radio here in Baltimore talk about Marilyn Mosby not having respect for the judicial system, right? Donald Trump falls asleep, mouth open, slub coming out his mouth, head cocked to the side in court while he is on trial. And is that not disrespect for the judicial system? Like these stupid people and so-called smart people running around town talking smack is it is maddening. It is maddening. So no one ordered additional steps to be taken, and there were no departures from the norm in the matter that involved FBI agents going to Donald Trump's home. Had he turned over the stuff that he was supposed to turn over, they wouldn't even have been there in the first place. Had he turned over the stuff, he never would have been indicted. He never would have been indicted in the first place. He never would have been indicted. And the so-called law and order party is a joke. Now listen, I love comedy. I love comedy shows, right? But the Republican Party claiming to still be the law and order party is a joke. A joke. We have countless examples of lawlessness, hypocrisy that Donald Trump's minions make for his lies, for his audacious disrespect to this country. I mean, I can go on and on. We don't even talk about the disrespect he shows his marriage, the dishonorment to his children. I mean, it's neither a surprise at this point, but it's very disappointing, and it is sad that many poor people in this country that support Donald Trump and rich people that support Donald Trump, either they are just not intelligent enough to understand what's happening, too gullible to believe a charlatan like Donald Trump, or they just have no honor, like somebody like Ted Cruz, where Donald Trump talked about his wife, his father, and Ted Cruz is still out here bootlicking and jock strap holding, and it is pathetic. It is really, really pathetic. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, all social media, I am at The Diamond K Show. PayPal.me/Radio on Fire. And of course, on Cash App, $ The Diamond K Show. On fire-tv.com/join. You can get bonus shows and all that kind of good stuff, and YouTube DJ Diamond K. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back, and I want to talk about flip-flopping, right? Flip-flopping. No, not IHOP. We are talking about Nikki Haley, and she's doing another somersault, and somebody needs to catch her. Catch her. Welcome back. Welcome back. So Nikki Haley is running for president. Oh, wait, she was running for president. She's been gone like 3 months. And in every one of these primaries, she's still getting 20%, 18% of the vote. What does that say? That says that Republicans are rather cast their vote for a campaign that has not been in operation for months than cast it for Donald Trump. He's in big trouble. He's not going to tell you he's in big trouble, but he's in big trouble. But regardless of that, Nikki Haley, when her campaign was active, when she was running for president, she talked all of this smack about Donald Trump, especially towards the end, right? And now, let me say this. She said that she would never bow and kiss the ring, all that good stuff. Ooh, sounded really good, Nikki, until you bowed and kissed the ring. So now folks on Instagram, on Twitter, on all social media, online, they are throwing her, Nikki Haley, under the bus because now she's endorsing Trump. Now she says that she's going to vote for the twice impeached Donald Trump, 4 times indicted. She says that she's going to vote for him in November, and folks are calling her out as they should. As they should. Is she trying to become his VP pick? I don't know. But Nikki Haley, if you remember, once warned that Donald Trump becoming the Republican presidential nominee would be like suicide for our country, and that everything Trump touches turns to chaos. She said that. But yesterday, she forgot all of that stuff. She forgot all of her warnings, all of the plans that she was hoping that Americans would take by not casting their vote for him. Now she forgot all that stuff. Now she says she's going to vote for the Donald in November. But as I think she knows, the internet never forgets. Many of our supporters are going to vote for Biden. I don't know. So she spoke to the Hudson Institute, which is a conservative think tank that she chairs. Haley said that Trump has not been perfect on these policies, but Biden has been a catastrophe. So I will be voting for Trump. So now she's just trying to pitch it like, oh, he's got a few little problems here and there. Nothing to be worried about. That's not what you said when you were running for office, Nikki. You were throwing Trump under the bus. You were speaking honestly about some of the things and some of the problems that another Trump presidency would bring to the country. But, you know, I guess you got to put her priorities where they are, which is she's trying to make sure that she has a future in the Republican Party. She's trying to get, MAGA to support her, or I don't know. But Trump mocked her husband who is in the military. I don't understand that. But Nikki Haley she's a traitor to veterans because she's putting her, I don't know, political aspirations above just honor and decency. Her cowardice. I mean, she's adding herself to the ranks of Ted Cruz, the spineless, gutless jellyfish Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, the low energy, unmotivated clone drone Marco Rubio. Nikki Haley has added her name to that list of people that have been insulted by Trump. Trump called her a bird brain, and many other things. But I don't know. I don't know whether to speculate she's doing this because she wants the VP spot or she's thinking about a future, maybe 2028. So I don't know. But Trump reportedly released an email yesterday saying that Nikki Haley is not under VP consideration, but I wish her well. So we'll see what happens there. But there goes her reputation. So much for that. He wishes you well. Nikki Haley's transformation, it's almost complete. I guess the only thing left for her to do with her career is to shoot a puppy like South Dakota's governor did. I don't know. Nikki Haley, I think, is over. She is over it in the gutter. What did he say? The dustbin of history. I think Nikki Haley is as DeSantis would say, in the dustbin of history. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at the Diamond K Show. Did Nikki Haley do the right thing? I don't know. I like to hear from you. Of course, djdiamondk at gmail.com. So let's do this. Take our last break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the Supreme Court. Yeah, the Supreme Court. They talking crazy. So every time I see one of the hopeful justices on the Supreme Court, when they go through their confirmation hearings, they lie. And that's one of the things that always frustrates me about the Supreme Court. They will say and do anything, but yet these people stand and judge folks, and they do things that they would never allow people to stand in their court and do. Right? And so I just think about these things. Justice Alito is, he's a piece of crap. Really, he's a piece of crap. I have no problem with partisan folks, right? You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're independent, right? Cool, no problem. You want to talk really, really loud about your side? Cool. You want to show support for your side? Cool. Even if you don't support the same thing I support, I recognize your ability to do that. But if you are a Supreme Court justice, you can't take sides, fam. You can't publicly do that. It makes you, it's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict of interest. So we talked last week about the Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito Jr. Now, he threw his wife under the bus last week when it was revealed that he was flying the upside down flag at his house during the January, right after January 6th. And this is a sign of support during this time, is a sign of support for the January 6th rioters, right? So he had all that to go through. Now, he's already done a whole bunch of other grimy things. He's a grimy individual. So now a second flag, a type of flag that was carried by the rioters during the attack at the U.S. Capitol on January the 6th, was also displayed outside of a house owned by the Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito. So this was revealed yesterday, and it is an appeal to heaven flag. It was flown outside of Alito's beach vacation home last summer. So in addition to the inverted American flag, which is another symbol carried by the rioters, which was seen outside of his home less than 2 weeks after the violent attack on the Capitol. So Alito and the court have declined to respond to request for comment about how the appeal to heaven flag came to be flying and what was intended to be expressed. So the last time he threw his wife under the bus, I don't know who he's going to throw under the bus this time. But, you know, he previously said that his wife flew the flag, the upside down American flag, amid a dispute with neighbors, and he had no part in it. You know what I mean? His wife, I guess, wears the pants in the family. He wears the robe, but she wears the pants. Now, this white flag with the green pine tree was seen flying at Alito's beach home in New Jersey, according to 3 photographs obtained by the Times. Now, the images were taken on different dates in July and September 2023, though it wasn't clear how long it was flying overall or how much time Alito spent there. So that is just one of many examples of a justice on the Supreme Court showing support for causes and individuals that are actually going to be judged by the Supreme Court. So take with that what you will, whether it's Clarence Thomas or whether it is Alito or any of these other conservative judges. I don't know. They leave a lot to be desired, and it is very concerning when you think about the future rulings from this body. So let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, onfire-tv.com. You can support us on paypal.me/radioonfire, Cash App, $ The Diamond K Show. Become a member today, onfire-tv.com/join, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/djdiamondk. Get in touch with me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Of course, I will be back tomorrow with another show. And as always, thanks for tuning in and thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.